like when we start and I show the book right before we even say hello to the guest.
That's not true that you're aware of.
Hello, guest. How are you today, Saffron?
Oh, we live? Yeah, I'm good.
Yes.
Oh, hey. You didn't tell us. You usually
No,
say
that was a new opening where I showed my book as we went live.
Yeah.
No, get it right out there.
Got love
Like and subscribe.
Or I'll keep showing my book.
This nonsense.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you both?
Living the dream here.
Oh dear, is it that bad?
It's recurring and it's scary, but it's a dream.
What the hell is that, Canuck?
What?
Well, I mean, I can't argue.
Wait a minute. What's this?
I brought enough for all three of us. I nearly went with the curly, but I thought that might be rubbing it in a little bit.
Sarah, well played. I don't know who called you a hoe. It wasn't me. Mike, was it you?
Oh, no, that was here.
Oh, okay. I see.
Love to see it.
Right. So as you have all cottoned onto by now, we are here with the incomparables. Saffron. Saffron. We're just going to say Saffron.
Our comrade, Saffron.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. She just goes by one name. She doesn't need anything else,
She is our first spice-based person we've had on the show.
Oh.
So.
Excellent. No erotic authors?
No, we have had a couple of dudes who I would have called Dills, but yeah, nobody who actually has the name before. So that's all you.
And it's my actual name as well. So, I mean, the first name is my actual name. The second.
I guess I should have put the rest of the chat instead of just putting that Leanne said, "Hey ho." But
it's funny. Anyway,
did your mother explain to you how she came up with that name? I mean, was it?
From what I know and what I've been told, my dad has a sense of humor. And I had something wrong with my liver when I was born, so I was jaundiced, and so I came out yellow. And my dad was like, "Saffron," because it's a shade of yellow. So yeah, it's a good job I didn't have anything else wrong with me. Not called like diarrhea.
I asked this with all sense of dread. How old are your parents?
I don't know. They're in the 60s, I think. Maybe.
Oh.
I think my dad's almost 60.
In almost 60?
Like 58?
Soon?
Come on.
Oh,
say he's 58. Say he's 58. Say he's 58.
I don't know. I think he's like 58. I'm not sure. I think he turns 59 this year. Are you my dad's age?
He is.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm an old soul.
I'm a very young and spry 55, so totally way younger than your dad.
Look at you, going to run a marathon.
Not all at once. Or even in a year.
40 feet at a time to the fridge and back.
That adds up.
So, Saffron, you didn't come on here just to hear Mike and I be stupid.
Maybe she did.
Unlike us, you have your own show, your own Booktube show, but you actually try to make cogent points and help people learn about writing and books and authors and things, whereas we just stick around.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
I'm glad it comes across as though I've got some sort of structure, because I don't really. I kind of go in with bullet points of like vague things that I want to talk about, but I prefer like a riffy sort of thing. And
you prepare?
What, sorry?
You prepare?
Yeah.
Bullet points?
Otherwise, wow. I kind of like zone out and I don't know what's happening. So I have to have like some semblance of a structure. I tend to try and read something from each guest that I have on the show. So it's not always the full book, because some people have like 600-page books and I have like 3 shows a week and I can't do it. But the whole point of Booked, it all started because I was like, okay, I moved to Texas and I didn't have my green card yet. I was here legally, but I didn't have my green card yet, so I couldn't work. So I was like, what am I going to do? What I could have done was finish writing my book. But what I decided to do was start a website and a podcast, because I saw all these people in in the sort of writing community that was self-publishing, like basically like fighting for attention. And it was really stressing me out to watch it. And so I was like, I need to do something to remedy this, to make myself feel better, but also to do something that I hoped would create a sense of community, or at least create a platform that would allow readers to come and get to know people a little bit better and their writing. So I was working on the website. I still don't know what I'm doing. I use WordPress. I'm not a web designer. And I was working on the website, and I thought, well, I want to start the podcast early to kind of drum up interest for the website. So I started it booked in on the 1st of December 2024, and the website idiosyncrasy.com opened on the 1st of January. I was literally on New Year's Eve. I was still working on the website, getting it ready to go live. I stayed up till like 4 a.m. trying to get this thing done. And then it's kind of escalated from there, really. And I really enjoy just getting to know people, because good luck, Sarah. They can't afford to fuel the planes. Try and get through security at the moment. I don't think you're going to have.
She's going to send the Wimbledon wobbles at you.
And they're tiny, so they fit in the cargo bay.
That very British thing of things could always be better, as opposed to things could always be worse.
Yeah.
It's like, how are things? Yeah, I woke up this morning, so that's a plus.
Oh, EL, shots fired here.
That's a bit mean. I will
She did ask if you could swear, EL, and we told her to, have at it. So
yeah, for fuck's sake, don't be rude.
You wanker.
But he's coming on the show, so good luck, EL, because I'm going to prepare something, and you're going to be like, what the fuck? But yeah, so
she gets really angry.
I only ever get angry when I see people bullying each other. That pisses me off no end. Willful ignorance, and if I get my head stuck in a sweater. Those are my 3 top things that make me angry. And unfortunately, those things happen all the time. I never learn. I love a turtleneck, and that is a constant struggle for me. But yeah, so back to books, because I'm going to ramble otherwise. So the purpose of it was basically to get to know people better, so that we can then become interested in their work. So I found that through getting to know the writers, it's made reading their books so much more enjoyable, because I get to know their motivations, what their voice sounds like, why they do the things that they do with the characters, and it's just deeply interesting to me. If you want to write me into one of your books,
no, stop there, stop.
Don't do that.
I give you permission. I've given permission now.
Oh, you're now a hooker who's going to die horribly.
You know what? It's good. It was meant to be.
I'm trying to warn you.
Why is he bullying everybody today? What's going on? EL, are you okay? Have you had a rough day?
He's a Texan. What do you expect?
He needs a hug.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I do basically.
So, Saffron, I want you to know what you're in for.
Oh God.
Because
it's okay. He's wearing trousers, so I was worried.
Wow. Okay then.
That's why
I thought I had it here on my shelf. I don't. Oh, I must have thrown it out. But anyway, in the instant at the peeling head, chapter 1, I am flaying someone.
Do you know what? At least you're the flayer and not the flayee.
Well, I told my brothers about this, and they got a little upset because I said also in chapter 1, Mrs. Molman, the mother, is like, just don't get blood on the carpet. Put plastic down first, as she uses her walker to go to her lazy boy chair. And I'm like, huh. So
in EL's books, you always have to kind of read through it, because you don't know if the flayee, is going to be kind of digging on it a little bit. It's just one of those things with EL. So
okay, good to know.
So how long have you been doing books?
Since December 2024.
Okay. Wow.
So just probably started just after us then.
Possibly, yeah.
15 months. We've been at it over 2 years, 2.5 years by now, almost 3.
2024 is when we started, kind of like the middle of 2024. Now you do your stuff in the middle of the day, because I was listening to a show yesterday or
you cut out. You were listening to who?
I was at work and a little notice came on that said "Booked is live." I thought, I'll listen to this for a little bit, and that's it, in the middle of the day. Or somebody else pending. So how do you? Is it tougher to kind of grow your audience doing things in the middle of the day like that? Your lives?
Probably. Well, I have a mixture of audience. So I have people that watch it from Europe and people that watch it in the US. And I'm moving towards, as I go into like August, September, like a 50-50 split of daytime and evening. So what happened was when I created all the author features on Idiosyncrasy, I was like, okay, everyone that has an author feature right now, you can have an interview. That's my promise to you. And then I had this huge list. I've got over 200 people who were featured on Idiosyncrasy the first time around. And I said, first come, first served. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can book your own. Hi, Chris. You can book your own episode. So I set up a Google Calendar where you can like schedule stuff in, and I set it between, I think it was like 10 a.m. or 4 p.m. just so that the people in Europe had a better chance of doing it, because, whatever. And I said, if you have to do it later, that's fine. Just let me know. And it booked up in a day, like 6 or 8 months, I think. So 3 shows a week, which is crazy. And I much prefer the evening ones because I'm not a morning person. So the 10 a.m. ones, although that's not early, I'm a night owl. It is for me. I get tired.
So if you're doing shows at 10 a.m., Ro is going to say something now that he knows isn't true, so no hate mail. You obviously have nothing else to do during the day to occupy your time.
Yeah, I'm just scratching my ass, doing nothing. I do bugger all day. I just sit there and go, waiting for the shows to happen. I literally do not stop. So I was going to get a normal job, and then I decided to do this. So
don't do that. Normal jobs suck.
Yeah, they do.
So I don't know how much I've said on other shows or if at all, but I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna be doing and what I'm doing. So the purpose of doing like Idiosyncrasy Booked was to give people a platform, and then I realized like there was so much more that I could be doing to, I don't know, give people a better experience than going through Amazon, for example. So I'm just using Amazon as like the main example because they are like the biggest fucking distributor of books ever. So my husband, his family own a print shop, and I was like, you guys can print books. Why don't I print books? Do something with printing or something. So then I had like my first customer, Matt Falcon, whose books I printed. And
nice.
Very nice.
So nice.
Beautiful.
A soft touch. To be fair, the artwork really carries this. But it's a good book as well. But I enjoyed it very, very much. And I was originally going to be... So I run a business. Like, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to run a business. So I own an LLC. That's what Idiosyncrasy and Booked sit underneath. So that if I ever make any income from it, then it's all taxable and all that sort of stuff. But within that... Thank you, Sarah. Within that... I wanted to have a printing arm, so I'll be able to print books and bookmarks, posters, postcards, basically anything. Like I can do most things, and anything I can't do, I can outsource to good quality. Yes, good quality third parties as well. So I am a great believer in working with small businesses. Hey, look, you've got your copy. Working with small businesses, and that was going to be that. Yes, it is still UK exclusive. Sorry, US exclusive. Oh my God, it's not UK exclusive. I'm sorry. I only got 4 hours sleep last night because I was reading. So the initial idea was for me to do print and distribution. And I realized that I don't have the capital to be able to invest in the infrastructure to be able to do distribution to like multiple different authors. So at the moment, the distribution side of stuff, that's the last time I'm going to say that word, will just sit with my initial customer, Matt Falcon. But I will be able to produce books for people to like purchase and then distribute themselves. So they'll still get the same quality. I pack everything with care because I got really sick of like ordering books from Amazon, because sometimes that's the only place where you can order people's books, and they arrive and the cover's all bent and the like it's got fingerprints all over it, and it just annoyed me. So I was like, let me create something that's about better quality. So I've been working with idiosyncrasy pretty much all constantly, because I'm doing I do the special ones. I open them up and I cough in the middle.
So, Saffron, I have a quick question, because I use Ingram Spark for reasons I can't explain. and I just got this book, and you want to see what the first page is?
Show me.
Why, it's page 359.
Ooh, nice.
That's so stressful.
Is there another page 359 in it?
Yes. I have 360, 361, all the way to all my appendices about the author, and then it goes to.
I like how.
But I have all those pages in the back as well.
I like how you went all the way to that start page to sign it. That was nice.
Yeah.
So here's the big question then, Sam. If someone like Mike or myself or anyone listening wanted to say not give all their money to Jeff Bezos so he could buy more big dick looking ships and go to you,
also spaceships.
What is there a minimum number that you'd have to print, and about how much are we talking about for a book the size of the one you held up there?
Ooh, so it totally depends on a number of things. So the minimum print run is 35, because I have to send out for the covers to be soft touch laminated. So I can only do soft touch at the moment. So my offerings are going to be a lot more limited than the bigger companies, because at the moment I'm growing. So I can do a maximum of 400 pages at the moment, because again, it's just equipment limitations. And each price will be bespoke depending on the paper choice. So if you're based in the US, I can send a few different types of paper. I can also send like the cover like printed and flat in the post. So I can't do like Amazon do like one-off author copies. I can't do that, but I can send like bits and pieces so you can see and feel the paper, because I want people to have a good quality product. So when I have done previous quotes for people, they are around twice the amount as Amazon would charge. So they're not cheap, and I can't make them any cheaper, because otherwise I'd lose money, and that would be ridiculous. What's the point? I can't do another thing that costs me money. It doesn't make me any money.
No, I mean,
wait,
I just
are you going to be an
because,
author?
I mean, Amazon books are what, $7 or $8, right?
Oh, are they?
So
I thought
an
they were
author
much
copy,
cheaper than that. Oh,
What's
okay.
that?
I thought they were much cheaper than that. Somebody told me that they could get author copies for $4.
well, I mean, it depends, how many pages it is and all that, and the prices have gone up a little bit, but yeah, whatever it is. So I mean, if you're running about twice that, that's still not too bad. Yeah, I mean, us as an author, we might lose a couple of dollars when we sell it direct, but again, I'd rather have that couple of dollars going to another indie and a print shop somewhere rather than a big mega corporation.
Yeah.
And can I answer Tobias's question real quick?
Yeah.
If Amazon would lick all the pages, you wouldn't have these oily smears.
That's true. They'd lick the oil right off. That's so true.
Anyway, go back.
Lucas asked this, and I think this is a good question.
That's a great question. So I currently don't have the setup to be able to do special edition books unless somebody had like a special edition cover that they wanted.
This is pretty special.
It's so nice. Like the quality of the book is so good. It's got paper. We picked cream paper, and the quality of the text is really good. It's crisp. It's really dark black, rather than like sometimes you get kind of faded or it doesn't look very clear on the page. I actually got sent like an advanced reader copy of like a well-known author, and the text inside was pixelated, and I was absolutely furious. I was like, really? So it's the quality of the printing itself is good anyway, and the binding is good and the finishing is good. So if people wanted to do limited edition print runs of the offerings that I already have, of course I can. That's no problem at all. I can also, for US, I can only really do these for US based authors. I'm hoping to grow into being able to have an actual bookstore. So I'm going to be selling books on the website anyway. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to then raise some funds so that I can put money into other people's books and say, okay, I'll do the first 35, and then if we sell those, or I'm still trying to work out actually what is a viable option for me. So eventually I'm hoping to do something similar to Amazon, but instead of print on demand, I just do small print runs, and then when they're gone, I print more and things like that.
Yeah. Go get your next book printed with Safi so she can earn some money to have all those cool things that we want.
Yes, I need about 40 to 50 grand to do hardcovers. So at the moment, that's not a viable option. But I would love to do hardcover editions. I was looking into just doing them by hand, and then I thought, I don't want to do that because I'd have to charge like $100 a book for the amount of man hours. And it's a nice thing to, like, it's something that most people could probably do in their own home. If they really wanted to make like 5 hardcover editions of their book, you can do it at home. It's a massive pain in the ass, but you could. So eventually, I do stuff like that. Well, sorry?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No. So, and I certainly don't. So yeah, that's the kind of what's going on at the moment. And I refuse to do it by going into debt. I believe in myself enough. I don't care if this sounds arrogant because I have very little positive opinion about myself, but I do believe in myself, and I do believe that I can do this without going into debt. I have put in a lot of hours into this project, whatever this thing is that I'm doing, that I just refuse to let the bank take me for a ride.
Saffron, a question. I want to go back because you said you can't do another thing that loses money, but you're writing, correct?
Okay, fine. For other people,
get yourself a deal on the printing. So,
okay, I mean, for other people, I'm not going to do another thing for everybody else. Lose money. I can be annoyed at myself. That's fine. But yes, I am actually a writer. I cover it up with all this other shit I'm doing, but I do actually write as well.
So is that something that you've always wanted to do, or is that something that kind of evolved into you wanting to happen because of all the other things you're doing?
Oh no, it started off with me. Oh, that's nice.
We got to stop this interview now. We can't.
Yeah, I know. No one has ever said that before on our show.
Get out.
Let me fix that.
Don't think we have standards.
There you go. But no, I started off getting into Twitter again because I was writing a book. So I worked with this dude. I'm not going to say who he is because you'll be able to find out where I used to work, and then you'll find out my real name. I don't want that. So I was working with this guy, and he published a book. He self-published his first book, and he wrote it in like 6 months, and then got it out there. And the concept of that to me was baffling because I didn't know that people could self-publish like that. Thank you. But yeah, so anyway, so I picked his brain because I've been thinking about writing a book for most of my life, probably. It's one of those things where I never really allowed myself the time or the space to commit to it. So I missed out the whole pandemic writing thing that people did. I was too busy depressed and gaining 100 pounds. I was busy eating. And also I was a taxi driver, so that was a whole thing. But I cornered him and I said, okay, I need you to tell me everything you know about the whole process. And I want to know why you did it and tell me all the mistakes you made and all that sort of stuff. And he said the main thing that he regretted was not finding his audience before he'd finished his book. And that was important to me. And that was, I think, very, very useful information because you'll have people coming out of the woodwork with a book and you go, who the fuck are you? And it's really hard for you to then gain momentum. Whereas if you start building community and start making friends, then they know that you're doing the thing. And then I started doing all this other bollocks that I'm doing. And then it kind of just fell by the wayside again. So yeah, so it's something I always wanted to do. You asked me one short question, I've given you my whole life story. But Yes.
Saffron, you're telling a bunch of introverts that you have to talk about your book before you write it. Do you know how no one is going to take this advice, right?
Well, we had to bring everybody down a peg, didn't we? Because it was too positive.
And I have to go back because I swear I must have misheard. During the pandemic, did you say you were a taxi driver or a taxidermist? Because I heard taxidermist, and I'm like, that's too wild, but it is Saffron, so I have to ask.
Oh, I wish I was a taxidermist. No, unfortunately, I was driving drunks around all night.
If anybody does need a taxidermist for any reason, my nephew does that work, so
that is very cool.
He went to college for it, believe it or not.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool. If he sells comical stuffed animals, I'm here for it. Send me his link and I'll have a look.
Comical stuffed? What animals? What are you talking about?
You know, like a fox going.
Yes. So, have you ever looked at there's like, I don't know if it's an account or something. I've seen it somewhere, and it's called Crap Taxidermy, and it's just people that have tried to. Yes, it's people that have tried that they're like learning the craft, and their animals all look like they've got something wrong with them, other than the fact that they're dead. And it's so funny. They are so
Bears on a spectrum. It's not like that. He's very good at it, actually.
Oh, okay. I'm happy for him. But if he's got any early stuff that he's started with, he wants to part ways with, I'm into it.
I'm sure he's buried that long ago. So, yes, that would be cool, Lucas.
I don't know. Some of them might do. There's definitely a really ropey looking fox somewhere, I'm sure.
So how does one find an audience before they've gotten a book?
Well, I think at the end of the day, you have an abundance of choices, and I chose to go onto social media. So I don't think I found an audience, but I've definitely made some really good friends through doing this, and they are incredibly supportive, and not everybody is built to do stuff like that. So if that's not your bag, then just don't do it. But the important thing is to make genuine connections with people. I think just throwing links out there and just saying like, buy my book, or I'm writing a book. Okay, I want to know about you. Why should I invest my time? Why should I invest like 18 hours of reading, or however long it takes me to read a book, of my life with you and your stories? Why is that important? Because you're basically, if you're using social media to sell a book, you have to be social. You can't just keep putting links out there and saying like, I haven't had any sales. Okay, do something else then. If you're always posting, do something else.
I was going to ask if we could publicly shame authors, and I realize it's our channel, so we're not going to publicly do anything. But the people who are like, I have 0 book sales for the month. Wouldn't it be nice if someone bought my book? And I'm like, if there's one thing I can guarantee you will not happen today, it's that I'm not going to go pity buy your book. Just stop.
Yeah. It's if you.
And I tell Ro that all the time. Oh wait, no, sorry, I wasn't supposed to use names.
Dude, that's fine. I get it, man. I get it. I understand that my sales are directly correlated to the amount of advertising, etc., that I don't do. And I've never said, "Please buy my book. I'm a sad, sad man." I know this.
I know. Actually, that's true, because Ro never mentions his book, so he is clearly not the person putting that out on Twitter.
Twitter is like, I'm still of the mind that I will say something if I have something to say, but just to say something for the sake of saying it, it's just not what my people do.
BL demands it. Sorry.
Point them down a little bit, because they're shining light on them.
Oh, no, sorry.
Covers. There we go. There we go.
There you go. So this is the first book. This is the sequel. I'm going to have a new cover for this one. So if you want this Space Station limited edition, totally first run, I didn't like the author or the artist, so I'm getting a new cover, so I don't have to show his work anymore. You can get it, but there's only a few left.
Limited edition.
Still technically in Spiffbone. Thank you very much.
Stunning.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
There's no congratulations there. They just haven't released anything. Could have been out for a week and just not known it.
Like, we can pretend. It's okay.
So what type of book are you writing then? Because you are writing a book, yeah?
I am, yeah. So she's nearly finished. Well, draft one. I'm finding it really hard to identify what the hell this thing is. So it's got some sci-fi elements, but it's also horror, but it's also a thriller. So it's going to be an absolute nightmare to market it. What I'm thinking already is like, how am I going to tell people what this thing is without utterly spoiling the point of it? So
how horror is it?
It's quite gory and it's very.
So it's horror.
Well, no, I mean, gory doesn't necessarily mean horror. Horror is more of a psychological thing. I think sci thriller is right. Then you can have some of the horror elements in it. It's a book, Safs.
So Ellen and Sarah, I have like a super secret special Google Drive.
I have to interrupt you,
Yes.
Ellen. Do you want to put some context around that comment?
She's.
Oh, there we go.
Things are getting frisky in the chat. Oh my goodness! But no, both her and Ellen and Sarah have access to my book, but I've been like drip feeding them things, so I give them like a little bit at a time. And I decided I was going to make them wait until it's like actually finished. That's hilarious. Well, stop being one. You know?
Ooh.
What kind of people have you brought to this show?
I don't know.
You're going to ruin our good. Oh wait, we don't have a good.
Like and subscribe, please.
Yeah.
Yes, like and subscribe. This honestly, especially is it this Friday? You have a creature creation.
Yep.
Which is a ton of fun. So make sure you subscribe to this channel.
Yep. And it's at 9:00, so alcohol can be liberally used.
Amazing. 9:00 in the morning.
No, it's not for you, Safi. It's for other people. So it's 9 p.m.
Okay.
And Mike and I are dangerously close to closing in on 600. So we will be, we're going to start getting really obnoxious about that soon.
You should. You absolutely should.
Probably
if you're
not.
watching this through the stream through Booked, go to Bald and Balding, all one word with an ampersand in the middle, not the word and go subscribe.
We're going to have you on every week.
Why not? I'm not doing anything.
We have to change our channel name, though.
Yeah.
Saffron, I know a bit of advice I want to give you, going way back to comments way earlier.
Yeah.
You said you get angry when you get stuck in the sweater?
Yeah.
If you just shave it all off, there's much less friction, and you're unlikely to get stuck.
Yeah. I think
in
it's
the neck.
Head.
I think it's a matter of putting your head through the armhole.
Yeah. That's usually what the issue is.
Ooh, wow.
But you called it a sweater, so you've been here a long time.
Well, I've been in communication with my now husband for nearly 10 years, so it kind of rubs off on you.
No. My wife and I have been married, God, we had probably been married about 20-something years at the point where she says to me, do we have any oregano? I'm like, what the hell is oregano? She goes, this spice, like oregano? Is that what you're trying to tell me? And so, yeah, she still calls them jumpers. And,
I do when I'm talking to British people, but I find that it's easier to just because I grew up watching Friends, so the vernacular is very familiar to me. So it's not like I've never spoken to an American person. I wasn't speaking to the people on Friends, but it's not like I've never seen an American person before. And I do find that I grew up with a lot of American TV, whereas you guys probably didn't grow up with a lot of British television. So
Benny Hill and Monty Python, basically.
Yeah.
Which explains a lot.
Yeah.
I can see that for sure.
And then my brother likes Doctor Who, but I can't understand why for the life of me. I hate that show.
Why?
It's terrible.
Okay, well, you're wrong, and that's fine.
Yeah, Mike
can't be right about everything. It's impossible.
In Mike's case. No, my wife and son love Doctor Who, and I'm kind of like, the last few, Matt Smith was fine, and David Tennant was fine, but yeah, the dude has a time machine that can take him anywhere in the universe at any time, and he always ends up in England. At some point, you want better food.
Okay. No. Be gone. I don't like that.
So,
People
Saffron,
always say horrible things about British food. It's like
I
British
like
and
British food.
restaurants.
I'm eating Vienna sausages right now.
Oh God.
I can't talk to anybody about food.
No, you can't.
No.
Have you ever tried like getting a really, really big straw and just sucking them up with a straw?
Never thought of that. I mean, it needs to be a really big straw.
so
Beans on
very
top.
important question, Saffron.
Yes.
Do you put the cream down first or on top of?
No, cream down first. The only reason I'm not like elitist about it because like, oh, it's from the right region or whatever. It makes more sense because if you get the scone, I say scone, people say scone, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all the same delicious stuff. And you put a dollop of the cream in, use the back of a spoon to sort of scoop out a little well, and then you plop the jam on the top so it doesn't go everywhere.
So we had a guy from Cornwall who said, and you know what? If you're not proud of your cream, of course you put it down first and you hide it by putting the jam over top of it. But we're proud of our cream, so therefore, which I thought was fun. So I have to ask all the British guests this question.
I think about it from a practical point of view, and also some people will sandwich it together, but you're just reducing the amount of clotted cream you could eat.
Yeah.
So I have open face scones, so I can have twice the amount of cream.
And Saffron, if I can insult you and all of your countrymen,
Go ahead.
I got clotted cream and I tried it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, you know what? Just use butter and forget the cream altogether, and it's better.
Okay, look. Firstly, the butter here isn't as good as England, so I don't agree.
Well, I'll grant you that.
Secondly, hi Isaac. Secondly, the clotted cream you can buy here is not the same. I have tried.
Oh no, it had a little English flag on it. It had to be real.
In the little bottle?
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I went out of my way. We don't have enough time. We threw a British tea party for my mother-in-law, and I made scones and Victoria sponge and little sandwiches and sausage rolls and stuff. And I made my own clotted cream because I couldn't find any that was good enough here. So if you're ever in England, Mike, try it there and then tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
Different.
Fair.
It's like silky heaven with like a crust on the top. It's so good.
See, what I tried, I was like, this just tastes like milk.
Yes.
Why not use butter instead? But it was from the jar and it came from Amazon, so
Yeah, it was probably made in New Jersey.
No, probably Vietnam.
Having said that, then, what's your favorite food here? Because this is important to writing.
I've had some very good pizzas here. Not as good as Italy, but like good junk food pizza.
Really? I had pizza in Sicily. I thought it's the worst pizza I've ever had.
Oh, okay. Well, I've had good pizza in Italy. But it's good junk food pizza. And I really like the burgers here.
What?
The burgers.
Oh, yeah. What the hell is it in England? You can't make a burger. I lived there for 6 years and never found any. I mean, a cow is a cow, right? It should taste roughly the same, and it doesn't matter where, but you can't make a freaking burger. It's not hard.
You have to try very hard to find good burgers.
We would have Brits come to the bases all the time on July 4th, and we'd be like incredulous. It's like, do you know what this is about? They're like, dude, we don't care. We're just here for the food. Yeah. Like, all right, come on in, How did you and your husband meet?
We met on a meme sharing website.
On a what?
Do you know what a meme is?
I know what a meme is. I'm as old as your
dad.
It
was a website for sharing memes, and then it escalated from there, really.
So, Saffron, does your dad know what memes are?
He does. Yeah, I send them to
See?
him, and he goes, "Ha."
Do you have kids?
Absolutely not. No, thank you.
Okay.
No, don't wish that on me, please.
I was going to say you've got to come up with a better story than that. If you did, because you can't teach, especially like a teenager, anything useful in life if you say I met your dad on a meme sharing site. It's like, well, you have no place to talk to me.
I would fully support, somebody of age, 18 and above, meeting a stranger from the internet. Why not? That's what I did. It worked out beautifully.
You only live once.
What? Sorry?
You only live once.
Oh, exactly. Well, we were talking for maybe 2 years, and at one point I was like, "Do you want to come to? Do you want to come and meet me?" And he was like, "Yeah." So we did, and the rest is history. Really, we used to play a lot of online video games, and that's how we kept the magic alive. And
at any point, did he think, as he was driving to meet you, that he was going to be met by undercover cops and TV crews?
I mean, I wasn't pretending to be 20 and then I was 12. I think it was more that he was worried that I was going to be a dude or something. And I made a joke about making his skin into luggage, and I think that scared him. But other than that,
That would.
Yeah. So we actually, because of the travel bans during COVID, we didn't see each other in person for 18 months. So World of Warcraft was our crutch. That and PUBG, which is a first-person online shooting game. We just played that all the time. And then we met back up in Canada because that was the only place that we could fly to. And because of the travel ban restrictions, we could fly to Canada, wait there for 14 days, and then fly back into the States because you had to be not in England within the last 14 days or something. So we did that, and then we got engaged, and now I live here. So
how about that?
Yeah.
Online video games.
What are your thoughts on Texas barbecue?
I really like brisket. I do struggle with a smoky flavor. So so there are some barbecue joints, not good ones, I will say, that will use things like liquid smoke, which tastes vile, and I hate it. So if it smells too much like that, or if it smells kind of plasticky, because that's what smokiness smells like to me, I don't like it. But I do love brisket and pulled pork. Big fan, especially moist brisket, because it's all fatty and delicious.
See, that's good. Now EL may not kill you in his book.
Oh, okay. Maybe I could be a barbecue chef, because I was a chef as well for a long time.
No, you're going to be a hooker. I mean, it's an EL book.
Yeah. What kind of chef were you?
So I started off in a little cafe, and we used to tangy, definitely. There's too much sugar in the food here anyway. I nearly got diabetes from living here. It was awful. So I started in culinary school at 16, and then I got a part-time job at a cafe, and we used to make all the cakes and things like that. And then I worked doing events, so I did largely wedding catering and things like that. And then I moved to restaurants, which was a lot of fun. And then went back to events because it's a lot more enjoyable for me, because you get to plan out everything, and you get to work on the menu with the guests and things like that, and that's a lot of fun. And then I moved on to I opened a restaurant in a theater, and then I was like, I don't do this anymore because I hate working the weekends. And then I taught apprenticeships for chefs and managers of restaurants. And then I've lived a life, man.
Are you 106 years old or something?
I am.
So Saffron, when you had the restaurant in the movie theaters, did you feel like you were tethered to darkness?
Oh, my God.
It was actually a performance theatre, not a movie theatre.
Oh, okay.
But because of that job, I got to cook for Priscilla Presley. So that was fun. She was nice.
Priscilla Presley?
Yeah. Yeah, she was nice. She was like, can I have one of everything? And I had to cook one of everything on the whole menu. Yeah, so I did that, and then I did a job that I'm going to talk about, and you can leave that in your mind, whatever it is. So I'm not going to tell you what it was. And then I moved back to where I came from because I kind of
wait a minute. Did you just gloss over something there?
Yeah, I can't tell you what it is. And then I became a taxi.
What's the hint?
No, I can't.
Oh, come on.
Oh God, I'll tell you after this. I'm not doing it on the live. That could be. I trust you. I don't trust these guys.
Well, that's fair. I don't trust our guests either. They made really poor decisions and they stayed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, and then I started. Oh no, yeah, I started driving cabs because I was like, "What am I doing with my life?" Because I thought, well, I'm going to move to Texas.
What am I doing with my life? I should be a cab driver.
Well, I'm a very good.
Whatever.
I'm not a good parker, but I'm a good driver. And
should have been a taxidermist.
No, not a taxidermist. And I was trying to think of a job that I could do that was flexible, that was decent money, so that I could save up to move to America. That was kind of the point of being a taxi driver. And I did that for like a year and a half.
Not in London.
Huh?
Not in London.
No. God, no. I wouldn't have done that to myself. No, it was in Kent. In the southeast, and then oh yeah, could have been. What would that look like? I'm interested to know.
You have to stop and get the roadkill, so you have things to work on.
I was thinking about taxidermying the passengers.
Well, that's usually frowned upon in most countries with laws.
Yeah. But I wasn't, so it's okay. And then I was a trainer. I trained people to do good customer service and stuff. Used to design training things and stuff. So anyway, yes.
So do you think this whole printing writing thing is going to work out, or is this just a phase?
What are you, my dad?
Same age.
No, I can honestly say. I can honestly say that I am the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. And I really feel like I'm doing something that I could do for the rest of my life. A lot of there were things that jobs that I did that I thought, yeah, I could definitely do this. And then life gets in the way, or you decide you're going to move to a different country. And I wasn't going to be doing the things that I was qualified to do here because, like, for example, chefs aren't paid very well here and the hours are terrible. And I'm not going to drive cabs here. People have guns. No, thank you. And the other thing that I'm not going to tell you about, I wasn't going to be doing over here anyway. So I needed to have a different thing, and this fulfills me creatively, and I'm actually happy. So that's nice.
And having worked in the restaurant business, you already knew what it was like to lose money. Mm-hmm. So this seems kind of a natural progression.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow, that's I feel like my resume's thin.
I had to pad it out somehow, so I was like, let me do 50 different jobs.
Yeah, I mean,
because think of all the character development you can get out of those different jobs, right? I mean, it's like she's been a taxi driver before. I don't.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, the opening scene of my book. So the book's called Blackout. And the opening scene.
We were going to get to that, I promise.
That's okay. I thought I'd just shoehorn it in there anyway.
See, if you had it handy, you could just show it.
I actually have the cover next to me, but I'm not showing you.
Oh.
I'll show you two after this live.
Jeez.
I'll show it to you two. You can have it.
Okay.
So when do people have to tune into your show to see the cover?
I'm hopefully going to do a cover reveal sort of towards the end of the year because the cover artist. So I hired an artist of the name Ryan Sheffield who does some really, really cool like literary sketches that have like famous quotes from cool books and stuff like that. His artwork is fantastic. So he did an incredible job, but there was just something about it that I wanted to change. So it's not the final version yet, and I'm just awaiting the final version. And then I'm looking at print options to see how I can make the cover pop and make it look a bit different. And so once I've figured all those things out, then I'll do a cover reveal. So I'm probably going to do it on my channel, and I've asked a couple of friends to role reverse and interview me about the book so I can start talking about it. So yeah, the opening scene of the book is based on an experience I had whilst I was a taxi driver. I can tell you about it if you want to. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit though.
No,
have you seen our show?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
It's like if you ramble.
Know you. So by all means, tell us about the first thing in your book, and then tell us about the weirdest thing you've ever had go on in one of your cabs.
Oh, I've got countless ones of those. So I'll give you the brief version of the book thing. So instead of telling you the intro chapter, I'm going to tell you what actually happened to me. Ellen is one of those friends. One of the evenings, it was like a Sunday when I was working as cab driver. I went to pick up what I thought was a bunch of students. So where I used to live, there were like huge pockets of student housing for university students. So they'd be like these high rises, or they'd be little houses that they'd share. So I thought I was just going to pick up some students. And when I arrived, it was 3 adults and a little kid. And they all stank of weed, and they had bottles of booze in like carrier bags from the supermarket, and they put them into the boot, and I could hear them like rattling around in the back. I'll get to that in a second. Rattling around in the back. And they asked me to go to the supermarket, and I thought nothing of it at the time. So I started going to the supermarket, and I realized that it was closed because it was a Sunday, and supermarkets close at 4 p.m. It was like 9 or 10 or something like that. And so we're on the way there, and I said, oh, the supermarket's going to be closed. And he was like, don't worry about it. And I said, okay, that's fine, because there's an ATM at the supermarket. And I thought, okay, they might need to get some cash out or something. So we pull up, and the car park is pitch black. The supermarket windows are pitch black, and he tells me to go and park in the corner of the car park. So there are those cart return things in England. They're usually covered, so you can't really see through them. And he told me to park behind a cart return area. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And the guy was getting more and more agitated. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to do whatever this guy says. And I'm going to be polite and lovely, whatever. So there's the kid whining in the back because he's bored. There's his girlfriend in the back, and some guy that's not saying a word, and he's sat in the front. His legs jigging up and down. And I think, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And he says, turn the lights off. And I said, okay. So I turned the lights off. And he said, I'm going to be back in a minute. So he stands outside the car, and he's getting annoyed because his phone's not working. He's trying to get hold of something. And he's got this like what looks like an old burner phone, like one that grumpy little G.
You were a getaway driver, weren't you?
Well,
let her tell the story, man.
Possibly. So the guy is like, I'm going to be back in a minute. And so he jogs off and runs behind a bush. And there's like an alleyway that exits out of the car park into the main town centre. So he runs past the bush, and he is gone for a while. And his girlfriend in the back is getting bored. So she's like, oh, can I put some music on? And I was like, yeah. And so I put some dance music on because that's what she wanted. And then she leant through from the back seat and turned up the music, which I thought was driver. You can't do that. Passenger etiquette 101. You don't touch the volume knob. Anyway, so she's vibing in the back. And I look out the window, and I see him running at full pelt towards the car, and he's screaming like, open the door, open the door. And I'm going, oh, fucking hell. And part of me thinks, shall I lock the door? And then I go, no, because there's a kid in the back and it might get weird. So I unlock the door, and he gets in the car, and he screams at me. He's like, fucking drive. So I'm there like, oh, shit, trying to turn the car on. And I reverse out, and he tells me to go where we're supposed to be going. And he's screaming at me. And I'm going like, I'm trying. This is very stressful for me. And then he leans back to the woman behind him, and he says, I think I've killed her. No, killed him. I don't know why I said her. And he goes, I think I killed him. And I went, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? So I just kept driving. And he kept telling me to speed up. And I was like, do you want me to get pulled over? Because I can. And that'll be fine. And then you'll go, and that'll be okay. That was incredibly stressful. And it was a 45-minute drive to the destination. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to charge him because I'm scared of asking him for money. But then he paid and he gave me a tip, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I didn't like charge him for the wait in the car park, because usually you'd like charge him per minute, but I was like, no, it's okay, it's only such and such amount of money. And it was so stressful. And as soon as he got out of the car, I just burst into tears, because I thought, oh, that could have ended so badly. Because a colleague of mine had basically been like, he was like this close to getting stabbed like the week before. So it was just like fresh in my mind, and I was all on my own. And like, I've had experience, so I feel comfortable like fighting someone off. But and we also had like internal dash cams as well, so that was kind of helpful. But yeah, that was really stressful. So the premise of my book started with, what if that had gone a totally different way? Because at one point I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it home. So that was one of my wild stories, but it ended up in my book.
That's a nice actiony tension kind of opening chapter.
Yeah, and
I love the here. I think is a great example of difference between British and U.S. Your thought when you have to drive 45 miles away or 45 minutes away to where this guy is going to go is, he's not going to pay me. Whereas our thought is going to be, I'm going to get fucking killed and buried in shallow grave where I won't be found by anything but dogs for, a month.
Yeah.
Either that or he's a taxidermist.
Yeah. A taxi driver dermist.
And
yeah,
full circle. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mike and I rehearsed this.
But yeah, so that was one of many.
So is there any kind of other weirdness that you've seen in the cab? Because I can imagine some people would get some weirdness in the cab.
Yeah. So I actually had a favorite customer, and she was a sex worker. And I actually wrote about some of these experiences in like a partially fictional diary that I published and then unpublished because I was scared. But I'm going to call her Roxanne because that's funny. But she was fantastic, and she would always tell me about like the people that all of her clients, and like the things that were weird about them and stuff. And she'd have like her favorite clients and the clients that weren't particularly nice to her. But I remember picking up one of her favorite clients, and he got in the car and they were like, oh, can you take us to get beer? And I was like, yeah, sure, you're paying, so it doesn't really matter. And they were kind of like cuddling up. I think she was giving him the girlfriend experience. But it was like they were like young lovers, and it was really cute, and he was super nice to her, and his face was busted to shit. Like he was bloodied and bruised, his nose was broken. And I was like, what the hell happened to you? And he was like, oh, me and my cousin got in a fight, but it's okay because I won. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And it turned out that he was from the traveler community. And one of the things, because this is what he was telling me, he was like, yeah, we just have a disagreement, so we arrange a fight, and then we fight, and then we're all good again. And I was like, okay, that's totally fine. Love that for you. Makes things a bit more simple and less dramatic in a way, really, than getting the law involved. And he was super nice.
For those in our North American audience who aren't familiar with all the terms, the traveler community we would probably know as gypsies.
Yes, but we don't say that word.
I know you don't say that. But you don't. Because I think a lot of Americans just traveler wouldn't mean anything to them.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, so we went and picked up the beer, and he got back in the car, and he suddenly became very interested in my accent. And bearing in mind, I was born in England, and I've lived there all of my life up until the point that I moved here. And he was like, "You're Canadian." It was a statement. It wasn't a question. I said, "You're Canadian." I said,
"The nerve."
I'm not.
Oh.
But that's
I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly, and he just kept saying it, and then I was like, no, I'm not, and he kept fighting me on it, and then I said, oh yeah, you got me. I was just pretending because I thought, oh no, he's got a broken nose, I'm scared.
So where are you from in England?
I'm from the southeast, so if you know Canterbury, that's where I spent a lot of my life. I grew up in a town called Folkestone, which is a seaside town, and it's right near Dover, if you've heard of the White Cliffs of Dover.
Yep.
It's not as pretty as it sounds. I don't really like Dover. The White Cliffs are fine. They're just white cliffs. The ball sack of England. Yeah. Can I say the C word on here? Can I say
You
this?
say whatever you want.
Okay, so I used to go to a lot of heavy metal festivals, and whenever you'd introduce yourself to people, you just say what kind of region you were from, and I'd always be met with, "Oh, you're from Cunty, Kent," because everybody hates people from Kent for some reason. So that's.
I think everybody in England hates everybody from everywhere else in England.
I agree. Yes, we're
I
not.
don't think there's any region that is immune from just,
ridicule and hatred.
right. So
Yeah.
even in Suffolk, they talk about the people from Norfolk as,
Yeah.
those freaking, bog farmers or whatever they are up there in the fens, and whatever.
We
And then,
are
of course,
a bunch of
Essex girls, and then, with the shudder of the people up north,
Oh, yeah, big fan. Thank you for coming. I love you too.
What's your tattoo on your wrist?
This is the Stickman from the Alive single by Pearl Jam. And I got it when I was 15. Don't regret it. Love it. It's something that my dad and I share. We both have a love of Pearl Jam, and he used to play like the cassette tapes for me when I was a baby to make me fall asleep. So I really love them. And if people don't like them, you can give me that opinion. That's fine. I don't see the need to be like, I think they're shit, because I'm just telling you what I like. That's usually what happens, is that when I say I like Pearl Jam, you'll get at least one person that says they're shit. And I think, okay, that's an opinion. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's same with books, right? There are people who think Tolkien is shit, and then there are people who think that Hemingway is good.
Yeah.
And they're both wrong. So
So, Saffron, I have a request.
Mm-hmm.
Your next tattoo that you get on your other wrist should
she's
be
not getting a
this.
stick on your head like you did.
Don't tempt me, because that pink would really pop against my skin tone.
And if you haven't done creature creation before, this is Darla.
We love Darla. Viva la Darla.
I really should have worn that T-shirt tonight. I really should have. I just now thought of it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's okay.
You have Darla on a T-shirt?
Yes.
Oh, I have
Of
them
course.
printed. Yeah.
All right.
But-
So book is coming out in 2027?
Yes, that is the plan.
Okay. We haven't talked a lot about the book. Sorry, folks, anybody, because it's not done yet. And she won't show us the cover. And we were lucky to get the title out of her, but I forgot what it was already.
It's called Blackout.
Huntington Lake, Mildenhall, and Bentwaters.
And this one's for Saffron.
That's a very difficult question. It's either got to be verses or binaural. Depends what mood I'm in, though.
I'm going to nod sagely like I know what either of those are.
Yes.
And then that's my brother who's arriving here an hour and 3 minutes late.
Oh, Sarah wants to know your favorite Womble.
Oh,
My
yeah.
favorite Womble is Sarah Arnu.
What was the other thing? It was an Australian thing that was big in England for a while back in the early 2000s. These four Australian dudes, the Wiggles or some nonsense like that.
Oh, the Wiggles were huge, yeah.
Yeah, it's like stupidly huge. I didn't really get it. But,
yeah.
Oh, I'm not far from Bentwater. Shame there's no A10s. No, there haven't been any for a long time. That base closed in like 92. Where are you from, Miss Boredom? Mr. Boredom? I don't know.
That's Chris D. Brand, I believe.
Christy.
Chris D isn't like D the initial. I believe he's a dude. If you're not a dude, if you're a dudette or something in between, I apologize. It's just what
We're not here to impose. We're not here to impose gender roles on anyone. We just want to know your fucking pronoun.
Just to be respectful, really.
Yeah. No, where are you from, man? Let me know.
I also am a believer that dude is for everybody. Doesn't matter.
My wife and I kind of met at Colchester. There was a English Civil War recreation battle there. That's where I met my spouse.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my son was born in Bury St. Edmunds.
Oh, really? Do they have 2 passports?
Yep.
That's cool. Very powerful. That's my future plan.
Have 2? Yeah, we're my wife's telling me to get a Canadian passport.
Why not? Let's do it.
We need an escape plan.
Yeah.
So,
have you got your go bag? Because it might be time to go.
Just move to Kentucky. No one will look for you there.
sea bag is packed. We're good to go. All right. Well, Saffron, thank you for hanging out with us. It has been a wonderful time, and I think people have gotten to know you a lot better. So go look at Booked and hit the little buttons over there and subscribe as well there. And on May 26th, is that what we determined? Huh?
27th.
27th, I will be on Saffron's show.
Yay!
And everyone, if you don't have it, it's a beautiful cover. You should buy the book.
Yes.
While you're looking there,
if you're based in the US and you go to Matt Falcon's website and buy direct from him, they will come from me if they're the paperbacks. I just buy.
And she'll lick them extra.
I will. I'll do this as well. I'll give them a little goodbye.
Ooh.
I also wrap them in a special idiosyncrasy wrapping. And you also get a free bookmark with them as well if they come from me. And they arrive in good condition as well, not like Amazon. Not trying to name drop, but.
And if you are in the business of having books made, is there a website, Saffron, where people can go and like see, contact you to possibly get books made?
So at the moment, I'm still finishing off the second iteration of Idiosyncrasy, so that's down at the moment. If you are actually genuinely interested in getting a price, if you email saffronasteria, all one word, @gmail.com, or hello@idiosyncrasy.com. My name one is probably easier, and just let me know what you're interested in. Books wise and printing. I mean, I don't care about other stuff.
Mike is going to get that information after we're done here, and he is going to put it in show notes for anybody who's interested.
Thank you.
So definitely hit the little like button and then scroll down a little bit into the show notes later on, and Mike will have that there.
Cool.
Because Mike does all things.
You're just the talent. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just the guy who says I don't know how to work anything.
And that is the secret to marriage, people.
Let that be a note to you folks. If you know something, if you have a skill at work, keep it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So are you the person who you put red in with all the whites and made everything pink the first time so you didn't have to do laundry ever again?
That's exactly what happened, as a matter of fact. She said to me, "You are not to touch the laundry anymore." It's like, oh no, don't throw me in that briar patch. Yeah, because she still separates stuff. I just chuck everything in. It doesn't matter. Huh?
Yeah, I chuck
towels,
everything.
whites, socks, underwear. It doesn't matter. Just
if your clothes are old enough, it really doesn't matter. It's not like they're going to leach, color anymore. So yeah.
It's only the first time that matters.
Yeah.
So. Right.
There you go. You even get washing advice on this show.
The
The random topics we hit: taxidermy, washing advice.
Everything but a fortune cookie. So. All right. Next up on this channel, today's Tuesday, right?
All day long.
So we are here tomorrow at 7 for a little bit of writing time.
Awesome.
Random genre, 30 minutes. It's a nice quiet time. And then Thursday, I think we have Mike Vadney on, right?
Oh, he's lovely.
We do.
Yeah. So quite the week. And then Friday we have Creature Creations. So
4 days in a row, people. We're doing this for you.
That's right.
And we're silly.
Certainly not doing it for the money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's more profitable than being an author.
It really is, right? We're not going into negative, Being an author is the national equivalent of being the U.S. government. Well, deficit spending after the first couple days.
And Sarah, we appreciate you stayed up so late.
She's getting delirious, or she's just being a little shit.
Oh, I was going to say I didn't notice any difference, but you know.
Tobias, you take that back.
Quickly, somebody say something disheartening.
Well, you can always get my book while you're. You know.
That'll do it.
All right. Hit the button, Mike. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, time to wave awkwardly.